All right, well, let's start off today on our backs. Take a nap. So you can lay nice and flat and bend your knees. Lay your feet flat on the floor. Maybe start by spreading out your toes, letting those feet wake up and stretch out. And pulling the crown of your head up toward the top of the mat so you can tuck your chin slightly. Maybe rocking the knees side to side. Letting that lower back settle into the mat. Let's inhale, draw those knees up toward the chest, grabbing with both hands. Big breath in, exhale, send the hands overhead, stretch the legs out underneath you, and you can spread your fingers and toes. And we're going to inhale, pull those knees up toward the chest, wrap the arms around the front of your shins. We're going to place one foot down on the mat again, so knees staying bent, you're just placing that leg down. Let's cross the ankle over the top of that leg. We're going to pull the knee toward the opposite shoulder. So the leg that's still up, we're pulling the knee to the opposite shoulder. Go ahead and uncross that leg, place it down on the mat, and cross the other ankle over. Same thing, we're grabbing the knee, pulling to the opposite shoulder. Okay, we're gonna place that leg down one more time. We're crossing the ankle over the top of the thigh, but we're going to allow the lower body to twist all the way toward the side. So we're twisting toward the edge of the mat. Keeping the chest open to the ceiling. We're going to inhale. Let's bring those legs back to the center. Place that foot down on the mat. Crossing the ankle over, and one more time, we're dropping the knees off to the side, leaving the chest open to the ceiling. Very good. When you're ready, go ahead and return to the center. You can place that leg down. We're going to roll over onto our belly. Turn a bit so you can see. Rolling over onto your belly, both hands overhead if you can, or resting the forehead down to the mat. Inhale, let's pull the forearms in, elbows underneath your shoulders. We're lifting through the chest, tucking the chin back, going into a gentle back bend. Keeping those hips pressed into the mat. Big breath in. We're going to exhale one more time. Send the hands out overhead. Let's take one hand, let's move it off to the side. So straight off to the side of the mat. We're gonna pull the other hand in directly next to our chest. So whichever arm you have off to the side, you're gonna bend the opposite knee. Cross over, making a figure four, and then follow and twist to the side to stretch through that chest and shoulder. Turning the whole body sideways, leaving that other hand behind you. So other foot. There you go. And then crossing it over. Okay, pulling back to the center. We're going to bring that hand in, send the opposite hand out. Same thing. So whichever arm is off to the side, we're bending the other leg, crossing that foot into a figure four, and twisting to the side, opening through the chest. And come back to the center. We're going to send those legs out long. Okay, so this time we're propping the hands up underneath the forehead. We're going to bend one knee, pull it as close to your bottom as you can. Just bending first. So pulling that heel in. Placing that leg down, repeat on the other side, bending the knee, pulling that heel toward your bottom. Lowering that leg down, we're going to bend the first leg again. If you want to reach your hand back and grab hold of your heel or your ankle, just stretch that hand behind you. Go ahead and lower that leg down. Repeat one more time on the second side. Bending that knee, reaching back to grab hold if you can. And letting that leg go. We're going to pull the forearms in underneath the body. We're going to move into a low plank. So keeping the forearms down on the mat. Keep the knees down. Let's pick the hips up. Make a nice straight line with your torso. So we're trying to tuck the hips underneath. And you can do this on your knees or on your feet. Try to tuck the hips under, nice and strong through the belly. Very good. And then placing the hands down on the mat, coming all the way up. You can do this on your knees once again or on your feet. Tucking that belly, keeping it nice and strong. So hips are still in line with the shoulders and feet. Couple more breaths. Big breath in. We're going to exhale, drop the knees down, sink the hips, lift through the forehead, keeping that chest up tall. We're going to pick the hips up, move them back. Let's spread the knees out, bring the big toes together, stretch the body back. Breathing through the belly. A few more deep breaths. Okay, so we're going to inhale. Let's come forward. Bring the knees under you. Hands are going to go underneath the shoulders. And moving through cat and cow. So spine is straight to start with. We're going to inhale nice and easy. Arch the spine. Exhale when you're ready. Tuck the hips. Tuck your forehead. Again, inhale through. Lifting your forehead and your tailbone. Exhale to round. Hug the bubble. One more time, both directions on your own. Awesome. Once we return to neutral, we're going to bring a leg forward. Place those hands on the inside of that foot and just stretch the hips toward that front leg. Just passive at first. We're butting that knee to the outside of your shoulder. Big breath in. As we exhale, we're going to move the hips back, go into a stretch on the back of that front leg. Take the hands off the floor. If you need to roll the wrists out, you can. And the next one, we're going to move forward again one more time. Hands are going to go down, but we're going to take the inside arm, turn to stretch it toward the ceiling or toward the side. So we're actually turning, there we go, turning away from that leg. Palm facing forward. As you lower that hand down, we're going to take the back leg. We're going to turn the foot in and just sit back so that the same leg is out in front of us now, and we're in a figure four. There we go. Awesome, nice and easy. Sit up tall for a sec. Roll the wrists out if you need it. Okay, big breath in, exhale, and fold forward. Awesome. When you're ready, we're going to inhale. We'll come on up. We're going to meet in that same pose, going forward, other leg. So this time, other leg is going to go in front. Back leg behind us. We're going to settle the foot down. Hands on the inside of that front foot. Sinking those hips toward the floor. Two more breaths. When you're ready, move your hips back. Take your weight off your wrist. You can fold over that front leg. And one more time, we're going to move the body weight forward. Settle that hand on the inside of your foot. Other hand is going to go off to the side and twist toward the ceiling. The palm is facing away from you. Waiting at your bellies. Last breath in. On the exhale, you can lower that hand down. So now same thing, back foot is going to turn in towards your bottom. We're going to set our weight all the way back. That way the same leg is out in front of us. So we're sitting up tall first, rolling those wrists out if you need it. Okay, and then same thing, we're going to send it forward over that extended leg. Couple more breaths. When you're ready, you can bring it on up. And let's go ahead and stand up off of the mat for these last few minutes. Make it when my head's not chopped off by the camera here. Oops. All right, I'm going to turn the camera up here. Chopping my own head off. Okay. Okay, so first thing, just standing feet shoulder width wide, chest up nice and tall, bring those hands behind you, open toward the ceiling. Big breath in, exhale, hips to the rear, lower those hands toward the floor. Soften those knees, bring the knees forward, hips forward, body up tall. We're going to stretch one arm across, grab hold with the other arm and pull. Lowering that shoulder down, so lowering the shoulder of the arm that you're pulling across. And then repeating on the opposite side, stretching across, grabbing hold and pull. Lower that shoulder down. Relaxing that arm down, big breath in, stretch those arms up overhead and back. Moving off to one side. Hips to one side of the mat, hands to the other. Inhale to the other side. Back to the center. We're going to turn off to the side, big circle, opening through the chest, nice and slow, pulling those arms back. Inhale, hands up. Turning to the side, opening those arms nice and wide. Awesome. Again, bringing those hands up. Moving the hands to one side, hips to the other. And if you can't go hands all the way up, you can just do just your shoulders and your hips, that's fine. Again, through the center to the other side, hands to one side, hips to the other. Turn to the center. Turn the chest and shoulders to the side, big breath in and exhale. Circle those arms around, big twist. Inhale up. Turning to the other side, exhale around. Very good. Soften those knees, send the hips back. Lower the hands toward the floor. When you're ready, you're going to lower your fingertips toward the floor. We're going to walk the hands out, walk the feet back, and go all the way down onto our belly. So we're at our last couple minutes here. If you want to stay on your belly and rest the last few minutes here, you can, or you can roll over onto your back. Just close your eyes and relax these last few minutes. We'll lay here for one more minute or so. And as you decide you're done for today, you can sit on up. forehead mark. Alrighty, online folks, thanks for coming. We'll be back on Monday.